Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-April 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card just to dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Leos. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week. Talk to me, my guys. What's up with the Leos? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going. Let's go for Leo, please, my guys. Okay. So you have an interesting mixture here because we have the Queen of Cups, watery, dreamy type of energy. Okay. And another card did pop out, but it fell face down. And just for context, this is a dreamy card as well. So it does have similar archetypes to this Queen of Cups. I'll just throw it in over here. You get a bonus right from the jump. Sorry if they're not completely aligned. But this is an interesting play of watery type of energy right in the front of your spread. Now, before we fully dive into this, Leo, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. So let's get into the reading here. These cards do have similarities. Now, this first one is very much like the Queen of Cups. So this could represent a water sign in your life. They're both etheric, they're dreamy, they're in the headspace and mind, both of them. So you might be daydreaming a little more than usual, or you could be very creative when we get both of these in conjunction with each other. Now, if this isn't a water sign in your life, if it isn't deep emotion, because you might be a little more emotional than usual. When this card shows up, the Dreamer, it is a big card of watching your sleep states or making sure you're getting rest. Some of you might be having insomnia, or a spirit could be trying to speak to you through dreams. But notice with both of these cards, they share that similarity of the active, dreamy mind. Not like the swords. This is very watery and emotional. So you could be sensitive in this time. Like your energetic sensitivity could be heightened when we have all this watery type of energy. So let's just place both of these down here sandwiched on top of each other. We're going to get into tarot now. Interesting way to start here, because usually like it's one card that pops out. I'm going to get you 3 of these in the upright, then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness though. Get a good shuffle here for the Leos. Getting that nice early bonus. Let's see what we got. So last week's reading was titled End of Discussion. And the reason I named it that, I think it's the first time I ever named a reading that, is because we got to a point within the reading where I felt like some of you might just not be willing to discuss something with somebody. You might be having communication issues. And a big portion of you could have literally said that to somebody you might have been having an issue with. It's like, listen, end of discussion. We're not talking about this anymore. Now, obviously, you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your energy or somebody else's. And it could be totally different this week. Let's get you 3. Okay, first card popped out quick. So more of this water energy showing up. So we got the 2 oracles, now the Ace of Cups in position number 1. So emotions could be very important. Emotions could be at the forefront this week. Let's get 2 more. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. This could be something a little closed off, someone or something closed off or closing off in some sort of way. When I get these 2 together, I'm already getting intuitive vibes of somebody trying to suppress some sort of emotion. Okay, that card popped quick. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, karmic energy, which I've been seeing around all the fire signs. This is a powerful, powerful card, and it could be your lucky day when we have the Wheel of Fortune on the back end. So, Leo, let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy intuitive stuff going. Now, at first glance, when we look at this, we do have this little water action happening, the emotional play here with each other, like flowing or shut it down. Should I let it go? Should I shut it down? Then this Wheel of Fortune on the back end. So this could be a very dynamic type of reading this week, where there's a lot of ups and downs, back and forths here. A lot of changeability, even though we have this stubborn card in the center. But position number 1, the Ace of Cups. Now, all aces are opportunities. They represent a new beginning of some sort. When I see the Ace of Cups, it could be someone feeling very romantic. You might be going through romantic things right now. Like I was saying with the Oracle card, you could be a little more emotional than usual. When we clarify this, it could tell us a way that you might be feeling or some sort of emotional event that could be upcoming. But Ace of Cups is good. It's that cup runneth over. So this could be a big energy of abundance and letting something flow, getting into the flow state. So we'll absolutely revisit this as we press forward through the reading. Now, when we get to the second card, this changes quite a bit because we have the Four of Pentacles in position number 2. You see the imagery here, that person clinging on to this. Now, I believe this card is on a spectrum. I usually see it as neutral. This could be anything from Spirit saying like, hey, watch your spending, make sure you're saving money for a rainy day. It could be literally talking about that. But for a portion of you, yeah, there might be something that's like sticking around, someone or something that's like really hard to shake. It could be somebody with feelings of jealousy. This could be somebody with feelings of possessiveness. Not saying it's coming from you. It could be someone around you when we have this. You see it clinging on to that pentacle. So it's an energy that's tough to shake. But initially I was saying I was getting this intuitive vibe of either somebody bouncing back and forth with the way they're feeling, like a lot of volatility up and down, or somebody trying to suppress the way they feel. Okay, like, I'm not letting this out. Remember, I saw it in last week's reading, end of discussion. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to let it out. I'm not going to speak about it. So we're getting little highlights of this here once again. So hopefully you're not having big communication issues. But the one beautiful thing I will say is we have water, earth, combining that elemental energy is usually super abundant. Moving into the Wheel of Fortune on the back end, one of my favorite cards in the whole entire tarot deck. So the wheel. Very deep. This is Jupiter energy. This is a luck charm, 4-leaf clover, guardian angel type of vibes. When I see this, I say you might want to play the lottery because something could really swing your way. This talks about change. So just as we're seeing it here, the ups and downs, the change, the ups and downs. So we're seeing a lot of change here as well. This is also a karmic card. Usually the better side of karma, but we'll have to see because it could be speaking about a literal karmic cycle, karmic wheel, life journey. So I saw it all over the Aries reading, big karmic energy. It might be showing up in yours here. Or this could just be something going your way, some sort of win or victory. So with all that being said, Leo, I really want to dive deeper on all this. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my lovely Leos, please. What's going on with Leo? Guides and spirit team. Yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ace of Cups. And if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Leo, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ace of Cups time. Why is that Ace of Cups here? Thank you. Ace of Swords. And yeah, this is somebody that might really need to change their approach about something. Start feeling, stop analyzing something so much and like go with your gut, go with your intuition. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Now for a portion of you, this could easily be somebody trying to appeal to your emotions or appeal to your feelings or history, something like that. Because the Ace of Swords in reverse could be somebody not thinking clearly. So this is also something to be aware of, because I feel like some of you need to step into the energy of feeling those emotions with the Ace of Cups. But some of you, you might not want to let anyone pull your emotional strings in this time. Like that's a vibe we could get here with this Ace of Swords in reverse under. Now, I will say this, you might be feeling very optimistic in this time, which is a good thing, but don't be too overly optimistic, because when we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, we are prone to put on rose-colored glasses, especially when we link double aces. This is all about new. This could even be somebody feeling like the grass is greener elsewhere, grass is greener on the other side, but that might not truly be the case. There's a lot happening here, but I will say double ace, even though the one is reverse, is a good sign, a good positive omen. We're going to press forward throughout this reading. I know I just gave like 3, 4, 5 different messages. Only take what hits for you. We're going to go in on that Four of Pentacles. You might want to let some emotions out, though. I will just like sum it up by saying that. Like emotional suppression might not be the best. Pardon me. Let's see what Four of Pentacles is here. Where's that Four of Pentacles here? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, there is something that needs to change. Pardon me, I'm getting a frog in my throat here. which doesn't normally happen while I read. Okay, so once again, the suppression, you might be having communication issues once again, because sometimes I take on the energy of what I'm reading. But the Seven of Pentacles is a card of reaping what you sow, what you put forth, you get back in return. So we have more of this karmic energy. Overall, I will say this though, there is something that needs to change in a big way. Either is about to change or needs to change. Because the Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience. When I get it in reverse, it's like an imminent action. So regardless of how much someone is struggling to hold on to something or like clinging on to this is like an imminent change or a massive change that's coming in regardless, especially with all this karmic energy. So just know, like, you might be in a big time of flux, a big time of change, massive change, however you want to phrase it. But there's this karmic undertone, which I find interesting. Okay. There might be someone around you like learning a karmic lesson, that's for sure. Let's keep moving over to that wheel. I don't want to get overly complicated here, because in the center, it is either something that is imminently about to change or switch up, like a shift, or it needs to. I mean, you would know what that is better than me. There's a lot of Leos out there. So why is this wheel here? Maybe it's somebody changing their outlook. It could be lots of different things. Why is the wheel here? Thank you. Yeah, create it, manifest it. We have the Three of Wands, the card of creation underneath this Wheel of Fortune. An amazing payoff at the end of the road. So there might be something you're working towards or that you really want that might just be just within reach, even if you don't see it. Once again, with all this change, this energy that's about to free up or needs to free up, the Three of Wands is that, once again, imminent. I'm getting this imminent energy, which means any second now, any minute now. And I've been getting it since here, whether it is change-based or it's something you're creating and manifesting. Now, for a portion of you, if you are going through karmic things or there is somebody that's done you wrong, this could be Spirit telling you to just like sit back and watch, all right? You don't have to be the agent of karma. You could just sit back and watch as things happen for whoever. But I do feel like this is very good, that something is going to pay off for you in a big way. But the imminence, like any second now, any minute now, something's going to change, something's going to switch up, something's coming in. So a lot of you, very malleable energy here this week. So I'd expect many ups and downs. I'll just put it like that. Let's go through and do a quick little recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, my friends, position number one, we have double aces here. The Ace of Cups with the Ace of Swords in reverse. And this was giving me lots of things. So you could look into these further for sure. But I felt like a portion of you might need to rely more on your intuition and your feelings with certain situations that you're going through. Stop overanalyzing. Don't think about something so much. Trust your heart. But for another portion of you, this could be Spirit saying, like, hey, somebody could be tugging at your heartstrings. Somebody could be playing off your emotions or off your history with them. Also, any new things coming into your life, watch out for thinking the grass is always greener on the other side. Don't look at any new thing as like a shiny toy and put on the rose-colored glasses. But moving to the center, we have this imminent energy that I was speaking about showing up here with the Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Something is like either about to change in a very, very big way, or there is something within your situation, whatever it might be, that you know deep down on the inside, like, okay, this isn't sustainable. Like, this has to change. On the very back end, this is where the energy gets good. Now, I did have that karmic message because we have the Seven of Pentacles, the wheel. Somebody could be catching a dose of karma. Karma could be getting served up to someone. Spirit could be telling you, like, hey, sit back and watch. You don't have to play along with this. But for a lot of you, I feel like, once again, this any second now, this imminent energy of energy paying off, something coming in, something coming big, which is really good, especially with the luck sign. And then we have this manifestation. Please channel your thoughts, channel your vision into what you want to create, because there could be a big payoff here. Please take a screenshot of that, Leo. I'm going to get you one shadow card. We'll see what we have for you in the shadows. Interesting reading. I mean, there's a lot of yin-yang here. A lot of yin, a lot of yang. But let's get it going. Let's see what's in the shadows. So there's positives, there's negatives, this malleable energy all over this spread. But let's see what we have. What's in the shadows for Leo, please? Guides. And I always like to use the Shadowland Tarot at the end of every spread. It's a nice little way to put a cherry on top of every reading. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, the Two of Pentacles showing up, and this makes complete and total sense with the reading we just had. Because remember, I just said we had a lot of yin and yang, back and forth, up and down. The Two of Pentacles is usually a card of balance, a card of harmony, stasis, things coming into that state of balance. But remember, when we're looking at a shadow card, we're seeing the shadow side. So this could be several different things showing up in the shadows. One, it could be Spirit saying like, hey, you might need to reanalyze how you act when things aren't going the best, aren't going the greatest. Some of you, once again, we saw it in the reading, there could be a lot of ups and downs. This could be a warning about that. Like, listen, there might be some imbalance happening right now. It won't last forever, but brace for it. It's coming. But ever since the beginning with the bonus oracle card, that the emotions, watch out for money things as well, but there is a lot of volatility and malleable energy. Now, you could use that for your benefit, right? Like, it doesn't always have to be like, okay, there's nothing I can do. When energy is malleable, you can form it to fit your vision. So that could be nice. Leo, please, you could screenshot that as well if you want, but that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab at the end of the Fire Air readings this weekend. But for April, I'll be running it back and giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's a brand new deck and it's a lot of fun to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you most. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of April, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you next time.